Hi! In today's video, we are going to talk about music. I'm going to tell you some facts about me and music, what it means to me, how it influenced my life, and how it continues to influence my life. So, if you're interested, continue watching this video. This video will be interrupted by the parts of the videos from the concerts where I sing or where I play. And I really want to share these videos with you, and I want to show you them.
Что со мною случилось, не знаешь ты. Все прошло, позабылось, казалось бы. Я хочу приземлиться, но все лечу. Если не спится такие сны, я не хочу.
Firstly, I should tell you something about myself and music and how we are connected. Because you should be sure that I can make some conclusions, because the biggest part of my life was dedicated to music, and even now I connect my life with music somehow. I've been studying at the musical school for 10 years, so I started when I was 3 or 4 years old, and I changed musical schools because we moved with my family, and it was too far to go there at that musical school. Well, in general, this fact that I have dedicated 10 years of my life, 10 years out of 17 of my life to music, I think this fact means a lot, because if you don't like doing something, you won't be able to dedicate so much time to this thing. Well, at my musical schools, I had different subjects, and here is my diploma. It is red, so it means that all the marks are the highest marks. So here we have 5. 5 is the highest mark. And I had such subjects as the piano, solfeggio, it's like the musical theory, the musical literature, choir. Also, we have a subject where we play with other instruments, and the subject where we play just with another piano. So you can see it. I don't think that this thing will play some role in my life, this diploma, this book, because I'm not going to dedicate my life to music. I'm not going to become a musician or a singer or whatever else. I continue, of course, to play the piano. Unfortunately, I do it very, very rarely because I don't have much time. I usually choose to prepare for my exams or to learn something new instead of playing the piano, because it will be more useful for me. But when I really feel like playing the piano, I can do it for 3 or 4 hours, just sit and play the piano, different compositions and something like this. I really like it. And also now I sing at my school. I continue to sing at my school because we have different concerts, and someone has to do it to sing at the school, and I really like it because I can express all my emotions there and just be what I like. And also, music just a special thing for me, a special subject for me, because I really calm down when I listen to music. Just I can't imagine a day without music. I've told it at my first video, that I always have some songs in my head, and I just can't spend a day not singing something aloud, because I just want to sing. I just feel like singing. And also I like to listen to music because it's just my area. It's just my cup of tea. Okay, now I want to talk about the influence of my musical teachers, especially those teachers who taught me to play the piano. As I've mentioned, I changed my school. So my first teacher was perfect. She loved me as a personality and she loved me as a pupil. I think she just put a piece of herself into me and she taught me a lot of things. She made me a person that I am now. We always talked with her about music, about what it means, about things, just some technical things, how to play this moment better. We visited different competitions with her, and I became even a laureate at one of them, and also winner at some other contests. So I really liked this, and when I changed my school, I was very, very sad and depressed because this just a person who gave me a lot of things, and I was a child, and it was very important at that time to show me how to look at the world, how to look at the music, and what it should mean in my life. We still are in touch with her, we still communicate with her, and it's really valuable, I think, because she asks me about my life, and she also gives me some piece of advice or something like this. So I really appreciate this person. And my second teacher, at first I didn't really realize that she was also a good person. She was incredible like a teacher, but we were not so close. But the time passed and we became also close. She was proud of me, of things that I did, that I appreciated music and I treated it respectfully. And she was a person who taught me a lot. She always taught me something about different musicians, about different people who are connected with music, and it was very interesting. So I can say that she made me more broad-minded, more sensible. And when I finished the school, my teacher told me that I was the pupil who she could talk with and who understood her, and she really appreciated it. And it was very pleasant for me to hear such words.
You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try. You don't have to try.
So now let's talk about the influence of music. To be honest, it is very hard to put it into words because it just more emotions or feelings. I feel that music influenced my life really greatly, but I'll try to explain it. Well, you know that great musicians, great artists are often strange. They see the world differently from other people. I don't tell that I'm a great musician. I'm a good musician, but not great. Just I'm not a very gifted person in music. But I just like the thing, and that's why I tried to do my best to be a good musician. And people who are interested in music, who really devote their time to music, they are more goal oriented. They want to learn more, they want to know more, they want to have other hobbies, they want to be broad-minded, they want to be clever. They are interested in world and things that are happening there. And it is not a surprise that sometimes it is harder for these people who are interested in music to find friends among their peers, because just they have an older outlook, they are just more developed inside of them, and these are now just empty words. I know a lot of people who are interested in music and who are older inside of them than they really are. For example, I have a friend, and he learned to play the violin. And after finishing the school, the musical school, he also learned to play the piano. He also learned to play the guitar. He reads books, and just incredible, because people who are not interested in anything, they are not so motivated. Also, when I was at the camp 3 or 4 years ago, there were a lot of people who were interested in music, and these people were interesting for me. Just they had some other interests. They had a great inner world. It was interesting to communicate with them, and I think that people should appreciate it. Music develops your inner world and makes you older in your thoughts, in your inner world inside of you, than you really are. So now I'd like to tell you about advantages and disadvantages of music, of playing the musical instruments. So advantages. Firstly, it is always cool when you can play some instrument, because if you can play the guitar, you can play the music at the camp, or you can play the music and sing with your friends. If you can play the piano, you can just write songs or play songs that you like. If you can sing, it is also cool, because in different concerts at school, at the university, you can sing and you can show yourself. You can express yourself via the music, and it is very cool, because you can just put all your emotions into the music, or you can just play the piano and calm down, dispel tension, and become a better version of yourself. And just music helps you to be a better version of yourself. Music helps you to become cleverer. Music develops your personality, and it is amazing. Just one thing can change the person. Also, music is a great thing for time management. It can sound senseless at first, but during all those 10 years, I had to come back from school, then go to my musical school, then come back home. Sometimes I did my lesson at the musical school. Sometimes I did my lessons in the car. Sometimes I did my lessons at home. And when you always need to do something, when you always have to do something, and your day is just like this period is for school, this period for another school, this period is for my lessons, it just creates a timer in your head. And thanks to my parents, I have this timer inside of me, and I can say that I'm quite good in time management, and it is cool. And I think that all parents should do like this. They should find the interests of their children. Their children should be interested in something. They should, I don't know, go to the musical school, the drawing school, to dancing, to some other circles or to some other clubs. Because children are used to playing their day. Children are used to always to doing something, to being involved in something. And when they grow up, it is very important because they continue to do this thing. It just, it just a trigger. They just do it because they did it before, and it's awesome.
Неспроста так уныло сияет звезда над далекой чужой стороной, над твоей и моей судьбой. Мне бы быть звездой, той, что над тобой, видеть, что ты рядом и что живой, радоваться вместе рождению дня, хрупкую надежду в душе храня. Если снова в бой вся моя любовь устремится первой, теряя кровь, мы уйдем от нашей с тобой войны, и мои невысказанные.
And as for disadvantages, there are less disadvantages than advantages. But yeah, it became for me harder and harder to unite my school and my musical school, because when you're the 8th form, it is quite hard to do your homework from school and to do your homework from the musical school, because you also have to rehearse your compositions to play better, and you have some homework from the musical theory, from the musical literature, and you have to spend time on it, and it became harder and harder for me. And there was a period when I wanted to quit it, but I just understood that there is only 1 year left and I shouldn't do it, that I would regret it later. And also, I don't even know whether it is a disadvantage or advantage, but music makes you more patient. You should have a lot of patience to play the musical instruments, because you always have to drill your compositions to make it perfect. And sometimes I was really depressed, because when you rehearse the composition for half a year and then at your exam you can't play it well, or something is wrong there, you just really want to cry and do nothing. But you have to be patient. And music is not just a thing that you can train it and that it will be perfect for the whole life. No, you should train it, you should rehearse your compositions to make your technique better and to play better, to play well. And it is very, very hard. So, for example, I can't play the compositions that I played 2 years ago as good as I did it then, because I just didn't have rehearsals. And it is sad on the one hand, but on the other hand, it is good because it creates a patience in you, and it's very important in the whole life. Sometimes we just need this patience in our life, or when we learn something, we also need this patience, because it is easier to just give up, don't do anything, and say that I don't have enough patience, I can't do it anymore, than to try to do it, try to achieve your goals, try to achieve your own best, and to say that I will do it because I will have enough patience for it.
Wonder woman, don't you ever forget who you fight and he's about to regret. It's a bakum 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 bakum. I'm not your bakum 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 bakum. I'm not your toy. You stupid boy. I'll take you down
last thing that I want to discuss in this video is mostly related to parents. Sometimes parents want their children to, for example, play the piano, and their children go to the musical school, but then it's normal, just they understand that it's not their cup of tea, that they don't want to play the piano, that they want to draw, for example. But parents try to make their children do it just because they want, and it is senseless, because children waste their time on the things that they don't like and that won't be helpful in the future. They won't play the piano in the future, even if they have been studying in the musical school for 10-11 years, just because they don't like it. They will draw or they will dance if they like this thing. And teachers also waste their time on pupils who don't want to play the piano, who don't like music. And it just wastes of time from both sides, from children's side and from the teacher's side. And I want parents to understand this thing, that you shouldn't make your children do what they don't want to do. If they have another hobby, it is normal and it is right to let them do this thing. So that's all for this video. I hope that it was interesting for you. And also I want to tell you that if you're interested in music, I'm really happy, because people who are interested in the same things always have some common points, always have some common things. Now it's hard for me to say whether the certain trait appear from the music or it is just my personal trait, but music played a great role in my life and it influenced me greatly. And I want to tell you, just take up hobbies, be happy, do what you really want and what you really like. Thank you for watching this video. Bye! I don't think that this because it really comes me, because I really come down when I we also talked with her we thought of was a child, and it was who she all. Я не уверена, что что-то из этого там будет понятно, но ладно. They are not so motivated as we. No. He or she doesn't want to waste time on things that she or he or she